as a replacement for Broad Street Station to provide more through passenger carrying capability on the northeast border as it developed. Broad Street Station itself did not close until 1952. 30th Street received an extensive rebuild between 1989 and 1992. Prominent amongst its beautiful interior features are the wonderful fresco, The Spirit of Transportation, in the north wing room by Carl Bitter. And of course, what we all call
Welcome to part 3 of our 5-part ride on Amtrak's farewell to the AEM-7 excursion. In part 2, we rode from Halethrope to 30th to Philadelphia. In part 3, we'll be riding from Philadelphia 30th Street, the rest of it to Wilmington. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. That's pretty crappy. Jersey Transit Atlantic City Line train to Atlantic City just past it. Look on the right hand side.
There we go. Did they provide water or did they just have they're giving out water up there? Well, they have Diet Pepsi and they super that old suffice. You're welcome.
Hey Dad, never mind, they found us a place.
Okay. Yeah,
sorry.
Gave up water, but that's
There.
I think
Yeah,
I doubt they had a
lot of people. Some kids right up in the next yard and had a laptop back in the round.
Oh yeah, the Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, yeah. I guess I used to be a fan.
Subs are pretty good, Dad.
Huh?
Subs are good.
Down, but still,
You like it?
Yeah.
definitely
I think they did a banged up job.
I don't know if that'll ever stop. Probably not. Why not? Yeah, there's too much any other voice.
You want Daddy's other half?
Yeah, sure.
Well, yeah, there's that or ones that are more expensive or let's say kind of dangerous to the day.
Now we're going over the square mile.
Now here, Dad, we're going to go on some very rare mileage on our Northeast Corridor. This is the junction, Dad. This is where the Keystone Corridor connects with the Northeast Corridor. Down on Halethrope.
I don't mean to be sexist here at all. What I've seen, somewhat, but not really.
They don't make money.
How is it?
Like an exception in a way.
Good.
I've never come across a girl or woman who said, yeah, but something else. I think it's great.
Take me in, I'm going to pay $100,000. I can't make a profit on that. $80,000.
Yeah, you got a chocolate chip cookie, Dad. You got a chocolate chip cookie as well.
Dogs, I think you get a dog. Oh, I don't know, just maybe probably a poodle, I'd say.
Oh, there you go.
My wife, kind of allergic to dogs. She's taken too much. Small. Used to have a poodle. They live a long time.
No thanks, no thanks. If you have a chocolate cookie in there, you can give it to me.
The extra ones that are full, can you bring them up here for me? Thanks.
Here you are, sir. This is you.
Interlocking right here. We're going right from the tower. This was considered the busiest rail junction in the country for a number of years here. It was Resident Mansion Junction from 1888. The first duck under configuring interlocking occurred in about 1910. The present basic setup dates with the electrification period 1935. So coming across here, 5 hour fully by, and then we'll then be backing up into the subway to turn the train around so that we can head back south. Now, if you see this to our right, I see the WPD line is hanging about this one here, here 11. We're going right in the heart of this interlock.
Thank you.
I did.
All right.
Sorry. Thank you.
I'll look at them later. You got them, Greg?
There's the Philadelphia Zoo right there.
Now the phone is
You wipe your hands on that. Wait.
I remember when I was visiting my parents, they had a couple of fights out of them is like keeping the faith. You know, once you hung around them, they sort of got to know you, but then after that, you leave, and it's like you're strangers.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm good with the chips.
Huh?
I'm good with the chips.
There's all napkins on the way.
Hold on.
So I had to get back in the house alone. So I'm like, okay. I know they know. I'm
sorry.
It's here. So, and they were allowed to live with them. As they opened the door and it was hard, they were just like, well, it was like, well, we tried. We tried. We're coming now. And then,
Now the train is now backing up on the New York and Pittsburgh line. Here, at Zoononock in Philadelphia. The river that we just crossed over is the Schuylkill River, seen down there.
You're dropping everything.
I haven't opened it. Uncontaminated.
Yeah,
But I took it.
that's right. Well, that's police. Saw a lot of, well, I don't know if I'm sitting back here. Got out of town.
Now we're on the New York and Pittsburgh line, originally route of the old Broadway Limited. Here, we'll be heading regionally on Amtrak Halethrope line, known today as the Keystone Corridor of Amtrak. From here, we'll be heading down the Halethrope line, briefly, and back on the Northeast Corridor for the run back down to Washington. In Wilmington, eventually, for our stop, or a brief stop, for our layover stop here at Wilmington Shops.
The other things that they had that we were on the lookout for was all the holiday
Do you have to get up and go to the bathroom at all?
Oh, no. I'm good.
And all that comes off of you?
I don't know if you want to ride that, all that way. It's not really, you're not going to have, a cafe bar, bathrooms, I don't know. I think they even said that in the schedule. It might be cheaper, but
Now this track we're on, Dad, this is New York Pittsburgh. This is the original route of the Broadway Limited. We're now on.
it was.
How come it's not dark?
We're underneath the tunnel.
70 or 80.
Did we switch tracks?
Yeah, we just switched tracks.
Oh,
At least on the market.
We'll go briefly down the Harrisburg line, and then we're going to connect with the Northeast Corridor again in just a few moments. Once we get out of the Y.
Right. If you want to ride, you know, over 2 hours, you got that. Like that. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I'm sure, you know, people like that.
Yeah, I mean,
See one of them, yeah.
Coming through the New York and Pittsburgh subway. This is called on the backup move here. We're getting the train turned around.
Never mind.
It says PRR is one of all passenger trains that made their Philadelphia stop only in North Philadelphia. Would express right through here and not go through 30th Street. Heading out Pittsburgh to alternate west.
I rode it once.
By a lot of great passenger trains a long, long time ago, but not many years in
I
this
rode it right
iteration.
up to
The
Philadelphia.
New York and Pittsburgh subway will come out, styles interlocking at the west end of this complex, in position to come back east, or in this case, actually
it's way better.
timetable direction east and then come south.
But now they get
Of course, in your first class, I guess you get service, you know, at your seat.
yeah.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, if I had tons of money, I'd like to do it, but you know, it's an expensive ride. And of course, as you know, the superheroes are much faster than regular trains.
No, exactly. Tracks make it go
No. Yeah, that's the sad thing. The infrastructure is just not supported. I think I read the average speed of the cell is only about 50 miles an hour. It's not that fast. It only goes to
1225.
2 miles.
At least we're on schedule, so we're good.
Connecticut and Massachusetts. That's it. I could tell with that power, it builds acceleration. It'd be like getting a high-end sports car and trying to go down a street with talking about that, I mean, I've read whether or not this will happen. There's a 30-year plan to try to get this corridor up to 200-mile-an-hour speed.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's 30 years down the road. Now they're talking about the second generation of the cells. They start talking about procuring, the next set of train equipment, which they have. Someone told me famous time in the cell that tilting technology on it. Something about some of the curvature of these radiuses and curves that you have to tilt them because they're possibly another passenger they can't really utilize it. Someone told me that long time ago.
Well, yeah, and it's share track.
Junior, how much was it a person to go on this?
What?
How much was it a person to go?
155.
I do notice, like I said, it all depends on the tunes, I don't know. I mean,
whenever I walk there, I can't see. She just complains about how loud.
well, you like that. That's why you'd love to do that. You'd love that. That's 24 hours, 7 days a week. Non-stop freight trains, Amtrak. But like I said, that little end is like literally like almost cat sound. You can sort of hear them, but luckily it's sort of left like in a little ravine, so it sort of shelters the noise. I would like being right next to them. That sounds like something that'd be right up your alley.
Yeah.
It is, yeah, it's a great place. When I first discovered it, it's like, wow, this is paradise. It's called, yeah, the Cassandra is the name of the town. I think there's only 3 towns that I looked up in the U.S. that are named Cassandra. But it's just that this great overlook hotel, Cassandra, I mean, they'll show up. They'll show the rooms cheap. You know, like I said, $40 a month.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. Septa.
Reverse system. Turn around. Now we're going back and forth to it. Yeah.
Because when we grew up, we had dogs.
What we did was pull
Right.
we went through Philly. Right. Back now.
All right, on the move, heading back now, or soon to be south, back into interlocking and then back down to 30th Street. Maybe backing out alongside the Harrisburg line.
Following here.
Stretch that has an awful lot of, reflects a lot of the investment we've had. Our partners at PennDOT have just been terrific to work with. And we appreciate their partnership in the Keystone service that runs out to Harrisburg, the whole electrified operation, and then a diesel operation for a fair number of years. So it's good to have it back on our electric traction. So we made the turn and heading on the way back in now. So keep an eye for the Philadelphia Museum Bar across landmarks as you come down this part of the lower School Hill, depending on the angle of the router we're coming, you may go see parts of Boathouse Road as well. So going back to 30th Street.
Went up there on, I think, the Valentine's
I guess this all used to be trackage here at one time. Looks like. But I bet all this used to be, all this connection went connected down there. There's the balloon ride. Now we're on the Harrisburg line now.
Yeah, I wish I could show you a few of those.
We're now leaving Zoo Interlocking, and we're now on Amtrak Harrisburg line for the rest of the journey right to 30th Street. And then we'll rejoin the Northeast Corridor here at Zoo Interlocking.
I'm always cold. My apartment is about, is that
Outside 30th Street, we'll be back to high-speed running right down to Wilmington, Delaware. Delaware's Wilmington Shops. We'll take a nice tour of the facility and then reboard the train, and then we'll be heading non-stop back to Washington.
Watch you for 3 seconds.
My wife was not going that trip with me there, but she said, "Sweet snow up there." Oh, I said, "So what?" That's what I wanted to do.
That's cool, yeah.
I mean, they're going to clear the road. It looked like they're going to do stranded. The next morning, though, it was 7 below zero, and I went out there, and it was clear, and I took a couple, just 2 shots. It was like, I can't take this. I was trying to make gloves for the camera. There's that camera right there. I was lighting up and stayed there them off for like 20 seconds.
Yeah, that was
But it was memorable. Yeah, I was like, hey, I'm getting this. Yeah, we're going to be tough to do. You always want to be an ideal person like this.
On the left-hand side, the High Line is seen here. This is a bypass line for freight trains eventually, and on the PRR here, without them going to 30th Street. Today, the line is owned by CSX Corporation, and Norfolk Southern, who owns the bridge today.
it's the best gelato. Best I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, I've had gelato. It's pretty good. How about cheesesteak? You had cheesesteak down here?
No, I haven't. I'm not nearly as quick as you are now, but I'm definitely a big one.
That's the big thing about cheesesteak. But I, you know, coming from the south, I'm down there hardly, so I'm
I remember I went down to see my friend in North Carolina when I was thinking of it's just like liquid, it's like a liquid patty, and she's like, you gotta try this. But she fried them up to like seasoning and Alright, I guess I can tolerate this.
Well, talking about looking back a little bit here, just for note, some previous Northeast Corridor excursions that celebrated electrified motor power. May 15th, 1977, we had the first run of the repainted GG1, the 49 and the 35, repainted into the 5-stripe Pennsylvania Railroad passenger seat. May 15th, 1977. Another one, October 29 of 1983, was farewell to the GG1 excursion, run over NJ Transit territory and featured 3 of the GG1 locomotives, 4877, 4879, 4882. Okay, so farewell to the AEM-7 train. Your last up front, your pair of AEM-7 is the 942, or Veterans AEM-7 completing, and the 946 is the trailer. That will get down a little bit. A little bit about some previous history. We'll look back We'll look ahead a little bit later. Hope you're enjoying the trip so far here. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, 2 extra up on our cab cars.
Yeah, no, it's really, I've only in Pennsylvania, I've been
About 7 miles west of here.
Once again,
To the right, you may have noticed there's some hopper cars filled with
More things.
ballast.
In a small
Takes a
area.
fair amount of non-passenger moves to keep the passenger railroad running. And there's an awful lot that goes on the NEC and some of our best stone come from quarries to the northwest of Philadelphia. Get some hoppers here at the station. Well, we will again be stopping here for a few moments to unload and return these trays to our friends at Jersey Bikes.
There.
We thank them for the food and
Get there. It's not far, but
only for the second time.
they have the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania, which is a really cool collection of Pennsylvania Railroad locomotives.
Of lunches, extra lunches here that are available for purchase at $7. We have one lunch that has 2 turkey sandwiches in it, which sells for $8. And we have one lunch here that has just the sandwich and the cookie, no chips, and we'll sell that to you for $5. If you're interested in any of those, please come to the head end of the cafe car, which is car 4 of the consist. And Mr. Donnelly is sitting at a table right there, just waiting to serve it to you there. So we are on the move south from Philadelphia, and we'll give you a little rundown of our plans for Wilmington in a short while. And limited time offer, come and get it.
ACS 64, 610.
I don't know, I was like trying to look online, trying to find it, but I couldn't find any, except for this one.
We are now leaving 30th Street Station, Philadelphia. Here, our next stop will be the Wilmington Shops in Delaware, where we'll be stopping there briefly for a couple of minutes, and then return back to Washington, D.C. in Part 5. As we leave 30th Street Station, KL 42, number 4010 is on an Atlantic City line train before returning back to Atlantic City.
This was like the new paint style they did for population line. They have like the alligator midlands that they pay.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That was like one of his branch lines off the main line.
Thank you. Got it. I'll be right back.
We are now leaving 30th Street Station in Philadelphia. This time we're heading southbound here. Our next stop, like he said earlier, will be Wilmington Shops in Delaware. So please, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
As we're accelerating out of the throat here at the south end of 30th Street, keep an eye to the left of the train. We'll come along the grade that leads off of the historic Arsenal Bridge and the old Arsenal Tower, and mention that's right at the big point there for south to South Street. And that was the branch line operating down to Greenwich Yard, South Philadelphia, that the Army Navy gave specials in Pennsylvania Railroad ran for many, many years. The substation there is also still construction.
Across the Schuylkill River from our location, a CSX freight eventually stopped here for letting another freight heading north. This is also the beginning of the CSX's Philly subdivision that comes here at this location, head down south to Washington. From there, the Philadelphia sub will continue down eventually southbound, right down to Florida. This is known as the I-5 freight line, eventually as known as, and also shares with Amtrak from Virginia right all the way down to Florida. Opposed to
trash you guys like to throw away? Do you have any trash you like to throw away? Okay, good deal. Thank you. Good deal.
now for the return trip back down to Washington. The scenes that we did not see on this side of the east side of the track will now be seen in this part. And the previous part, part 2, we did not videotape any of this scene here. Any of this scene. Now in this part, we will now show it to you here in this part.
This comes up to a higher upper level. track doing stuff. Yeah, but how much is to elevate like the culture separate between 14? No, 12 cars. No, 14. And then my Coast Starlight is like 15 or 16. Degree is separated. The only trouble with doing two others is I have to like figure out how to support them.
Passing through the SEPTA trolley yards. Here south of Philadelphia.
Because I know like all of this beach, I can have fun. I build it and get that foundation over here. And I can just tee it all around. And this top does have to be as deep as
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, those lunches that we mentioned a few minutes ago, they are all still available. So if you're interested there, come to head into the cafe card. Thank you.
Probably won't make an announcement when we're all sold out, but my other problem is making it modular enough that I moved in like a year and a half. So the other thing I was thinking is like designed for two others to build one, like build the base and then out of the way that I can add this other one. And then just add it to a helix or like start a helix. Just keep it there and a couple other ones. Well, that's true.
State
I was trying to think about doing a small space, but just thinking super doors and everything. And have like a panel The other thing I wanted to do is try to get something that's like a bigger obviously. Where you have like the two main ones together and there's the triangle in there. I have one for that. I just locked up. On my computer it's just it's not very practical because it actually is 2 levels. But the level below is nothing but storage drives and all this stuff. But the problem is the way that I push up against the wall, and there's no real easy way to access anything except to derail. So it's just like, and even that, trying to maintain a 2% grade right on the bottom, just going up to here, which is I don't need to, it's very challenging.
Folks, we're again entering into Delaware here, so we will be getting towards the Wilmington Shops almost before you know it. And I just want to give you a little rundown on what to expect here. We'll be pulling into the shop property and we'll be pulling past the south end of the facility and then backing across. We'll be pulling onto respected beach track road, which is a fairly small track in terms of paved platform spaces. So a little less than half of the door in the process to be able to be open. We'll be going on through a shorter surface. So we're expecting that we'll be able to open doors only as far forward as at best one door in the car lot. So you can ask everyone, please, remain seated until we come to a stop at the Wilmington Shops, and then we will need to be bringing people rearward to get folks off the train. It will take a few minutes, but looking at the timeline, that's why we've got so much time there. So we ask everyone's patience. It's going to be a terrific opportunity. Along the way on the ground, touring the facilities there. Our subject matter experts will be wearing white hard hats, so any technical questions you might have, detailed questions, you're going to have a tough time stumping them, I suspect. But there's folks who are enthusiastic, eager to love you there in a bit. But just want to ask everyone's patience during the training process so that we can get everybody on the ground and have everything go well. We'll do a good safety briefing as we get there as well. So just a little advanced preview. This won't be long for Wilmington.
fast lanes to it. That's like just like corridor layout and airport layout. Including like
No, put it up.
how to play one wire or something.
Boston, Maine. Hopper.
My only concern right now is the door bits of that office.
Oh, yeah.
I know, I
My phone.
need to be careful with everything.
Oh, shit. I don't know. Maybe it's underneath the seats, maybe. Oh, brother. We are now approaching the Wilmington Shops here in Delaware. Will be the end of part 3 of our series of our farewell to the AEM-7 excursion coverage. We'll be touring the Wilmington Shops in part 4 as we take a look around the entire Wilmington Shops here in Delaware.
I love the fact that I guess you can either keep it or chunk it. I was going to take a look at it. I like places that you can take the train to the train shop. Also, I know this place is actually hard to take it. That's a vertical.
I guess we're at the shops here, so we're about to slow down here.
Yeah. So. So this place also is running to.
Oh wow, we have some of the heritage engines.
They have oil shops and those.
Veterans States on that last winter. Veterans decent veterans. I don't know why those take pictures of like
It's 80 degrees here in Wilmington.
I wore my, I guess, hiking boots just in case. But I don't think it's
Yeah.
I look better like open toe sandals.
I just thought about it.
Yeah. I've been in a couple of shops before. I'm sure they'll have this well cordoned off.
Well, there's 3 of them that big in there.
I should do something really dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
That's stuff there. And I saw some of the big stuff, like, one of them, Red Bull. Thank you. I've bought some Pennsville stuff cheap because Logan's like, oh, state sale, it's like $10 for this, and that's worth a penny.
They definitely before I've been on it.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Bless you.
A lot of the staffers
Maybe some of them.
could be. He's the one that was